to my apps. I hate the way this looks. I just really do. So I just want to let's see. Let's see if I can get on here real quick. I guess I can hear myself. Okay. I don't like the way this looks. I really don't. Okay, so I'm just gonna get started real quick. I think when I first got into okay, so I'm just gonna yeah, there's a lot of delay there. All right, so I don't know who's in here, but thank you for coming through. Um, Not sure why Haps won't give me a full screen here. It looks ridiculous. Oh, that's not cool. Okay. All right. So let me, you guys, whoever's in here, let me know if you can hear me. Um, I know the struggle bus was real at one point or another, but I guess that's weird. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it alone. All right. So what's good? What's up? Good morning, you guys. Welcome to another one of my episodes here. It's gonna be real short. Actually, what I'm trying to do is I want to um, promo the Brothers of Legacy, who's going to be on at the top, or we're going to be on at the top of the hour to me, A.D. Walker, Pastor Brian McCrory, and Dwayne Goodson, and probably Ephraim. I'm not sure who's going to be on this morning, but I'm sure, or at least I'm hoping, that AD is going to, is going to have us discuss what happened on yesterday, the attempted coup or the insurrection, as they will call it on the news yesterday, and how this has, you know, I don't know if anybody understands this, but what happened yesterday has changed the course of American history, American democracy, and as an African American man watching that yesterday was totally a slap in the face because when we had the Black Lives Matter protests here in the summer, um, we got we were met with SWAT and everything else. Um, just for having a peaceful protest about Black Lives Matter. But yet, yesterday, you know, the Capitol building was stormed, breached, broken windows, people shot, you know, um, yesterday, and it was, beyond bananas. Um, so I'm not really sure how you guys feel about that. So, what I want you guys to do, if you follow the Brothers of Legacy, please, if you don't, that's the most important. If you don't, follow the Brothers of Legacy. Go to facebook.com/, the Brothers of Legacy. Follow the group. We're going to be live at the top of the hour. And we would really love to hear what you have, what you guys think about what happened yesterday. But I'm not sure if we're going to talk about that. I'm not sure. Because normally AD will send us, he would send us the topic the morning of, so that way we'll know what we're kind of talking about. But I really would love to hear what people are thinking about what happened there yesterday, and especially if you are of African American descent, if you got a little bit of melanin in your skin, I would love to hear what you, or I'd love to read rather what you would have to say. Hey, morning, who that is? It doesn't give me your name. Who that? Oh, that's Tracy. Hey, Tracy. I would love to hear or read what you guys thought. Uh, like I said, it changed the course of American history, the democracy. And as things unfolded, I mean, they sent these mofos. I hate to use that term, but these people were in the Capitol building, sitting in the chairs that Vice President Mike Pence was just standing at 10 minutes prior. They're in the chamber, just crazy stuff. They showed one picture to where there was one person sitting in Nancy Pelosi's chair in her office. I mean, what is that about? If that's not treason, I don't know what is. And you know, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. But BLM was met with SWAT. This is America, I guess. Donald Glover got it right. This is America. Don't catch you slipping. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It was planned, financed by Trump. You know what? I don't know about finance, but I definitely do believe that it was planned. Uh, that was the whole point of that morning. See, the thing of it was that Trump had a rally that morning, and so that's what incited everything. When he had that rally, and he was talking about, how Iowa, the election was stolen. They should stand up and fight. They should, march on the Capitol and all sorts of good stuff. I mean, so I really do believe that he incited what happened. Financing, we don't have we don't have any record of that. And he may have. They'll just released to ensure the space could get there. You know what? I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all if that's what happened. But I'm just, as a black man, it was just a slap in the face for me. Like how these folks can storm the Capitol, and if we had a peaceful protest in the streets, we were met with SWAT. That is something that is beyond me. I'm like haha Davis on this one. That's beyond me, big fella. I have no idea. And the senators who were running and hiding and all that good stuff up under in the chamber came back after the curfew was set for DC. They came back, finished the vote up, and they were still trying to fight votes. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let's invoke the 25th Amendment. Get this man out. Like, I don't understand. I mean, and there are stories where this man is walking around in the White House. Now, he's already threw Mike Pence on the bus. Mike Pence already done took Air Force One. He over in the Middle East somewhere. He's like, I ain't want no part of this. More like Malcolm, less like more like, I tell you, Mike Pence said, I'm out. After he did the vote last night and they certified Joe Biden as president, he got on Air Force One and he was gone. I'm out of here. I can't do this today. you know, because in this incitement that Trump did, he actually it almost sounded like he put a hit on Pence, because Pence wouldn't overturn the election, which he couldn't, even if he wanted to, couldn't, because of the constitutional. His role was ceremonial. All he had to do was do what he did. There was nothing else he could have done. Now, if you think about this just for a second, if Joe Biden 4 years ago, after losing I mean, not losing, but they already did 2 terms. But what if Joe Biden did 4 years ago and said, you know what, we're going to overturn this, and we're going to give it back to, we're going to give it back to Barack. Come on, man! Like what was going on? It was ceremonial. He did exactly what he was supposed to have done, but he was all bent out of shape and pissed off at Pence because he didn't overturn the election. Now these cowards and idiots, they're on Capitol Hill. When I go back and I look at the pictures of the tomfoolery. Now, I had a friend of mine who was on my page. I'm gonna crack this pepper up real quick. Well, he's a former friend of mine. because I didn't know. You know, in this season, you find out who your real friends are. Like, you find out people's real intentions about you in situations like this. And so I had a friend of mine who, like I said, a former friend who went to this who went to this rally that morning. And then he's taking pictures, and he's doing a road trip, and all that. So he's doing the whole Facebook road trip. What's up, cuz? Um, Road trip pictures, doing road trip to DC, and I was like, okay, why are you going to this rally? Why are you even supporting this? And then later, when they was taking control, when they were sieging on the Capitol building, he put some more pictures, taking over the Capitol and this and that. And I was like, really, man? And this is somebody this is someone who I thought was on the up and up, you know. But people, like I said, people will show you. When Maya Angelou said it best: if when people show you who they are, believe them. Was he black? Nope, he was not black. You know what, Trey? He was not black, not at all. He was not black. But I run with I like a lot of Caucasian folks. You know what I'm saying? And I have no qualms with Caucasian. You know what I'm saying? I think, but and we were in this podcasting game together. He designed my logo for my podcast. All this whole thing, and I was like, oh, he tried to justify what was happening at the Capitol on one of his posts in the comments. I'm like, bro, that's no justification. There's no justification for what happened. But since you are trying to justify, that lets me know that I need to distance myself, because even in my logo for my podcast, that will be removed. I am on the hunt for a logo creator, because I am not on any level going to be associated with anything like that. And he was like, he sent me a message, and he was like, well, if you stop being friends with me because we have a political difference, then we never were friends in the first place. So I said, you are absolutely right, sir. I said, because you know, you can differ on the political spectrum. We can differ. We can agree to disagree, all of that. But when we're talking about this situation, we're talking about Trump. Now we're talking about the level of hate that this man has, the level of disdain, and he saw this happening. Now the Capitol building, if you know anything about Washington D.C., the Capitol building is right across the way from the White House. I mean, so it's not like he's down the road, 8 blocks down, and he can't see anything. He's watching this from the Oval Office, and yet would not do anything. Then when they asked him if he was going to deploy the National Guard to calm everything down, he blocked it. For the longest time, he blocked it. He was like, "Nah, they're all right. They just voicing their concern." What? Voicing their concern. Okay. Like you said, you can have a voice. You can do that. This is a free country. You have the right to protest. But when you breach the walls of a institution like the Capitol building, Capitol Hill, and you're sitting in the seats of dignitaries like Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi, and you're in the offices. Now, beyond all that, there was a young lady who lost her life. Now, whether she was bad, Trump, racist, whatever, she lost her life behind this foolery. That's what's crazy. She lost her life, and no, she didn't deserve to die. I'll say that. I'll say that 10,000 times. But she lost her life over this crazy nonsense. That all that could have went. That woman would still be living and breathing right now. If President Trump could have been a leader, stepped up, took that L, and provided a peaceful transfer of power. But no, he incited a riot. And that's exactly what happened. How far down the rabbit hole does anyone have to be to be to say, okay, well, I'm going to go risk my life to make a point? I'm gonna get off. But listen, the Brothers of Legacy going live in about, I don't have my clock in front of me, in about 15 minutes. So if you are on Facebook, if you're watching me on Facebook, please go to facebook.com/ the Brothers of Legacy. Follow us on the page. Okay. I'm going to share it to my page. And I'm sure the fellows will share it to their pages. But follow. I'm not sure if we're going to talk about this or not, but I would absolutely love to. I hope he does. Because this is bananas. Bananas. But on a brighter note, yay, Georgia. They did it. But let's neither here nor there. I'm going to go. You guys have a great one. We'll see you next time.